Today I'm going to be filling up my second printer for sublimation purposes. So I'm going to be using the Hippo sublimation ink and just filling it up and setting up my printer so that I can use this one for sublimation, and then of course I have my other one that's mainly for my regular printing. For the sublimation ink, I'm using the brand Hippo. It's so easy to fill the printer with the ink using these bottles and is honestly really satisfying. I believe the Eco tanks can print up to around 4,500 to 5,000 pages per ink refill, which is amazing. I've been printing regular pages with my first Eco tank printer for years now, and I love that it's a more eco-friendly option since there are no cartridges involved. Specifically for sublimation ink, I heard that if you're using it with an Eco tank, you should print once a week at least because the ink is thicker and you don't want it to mess up your tanks, but I haven't heard anyone having any issues with it. For the artwork, make sure to mirror your designs before printing so that they don't show up backwards. So it's going to look faded, like the colors are going to look faded like this, but that is normal. And now I'm gonna cut out each one and put them onto the coasters and use the heat press to heat them up. Okay, before I start cutting all the coasters out, I'm gonna heat this up to, I'm gonna try 356 first because that's what it said the lowest setting is. And then we'll see how it is from there. And right now it's only at 82, so I have a good amount of time. I also want to turn this on. I use this all the time when I'm like heat pressing tote bags and anything else. All right, so I'm gonna let that go for now. I had to print them a little bit bigger because, yeah, so this one is perfect, I think. It's just slightly above the edges because since I made like a baby blue background, I want to make sure that it captures the whole thing. I don't want any like edges with just white on it. So, yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab my butcher paper because that's what I need to cover up the bottom and the top as well. Okay, so I bought this huge thing of butcher paper, assuming that I would be doing a lot of sublimation work, but we'll see. I mean, this is a lot of fun, honestly. So I hope that you have a fun time sublimating things too. All my stickers are like in the way. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the side. I didn't get a chance to add the SKU numbers yet, but I will later after this. Okay, back to the butcher paper. They recommended to use the clear tape, I think because the yellow one, I have the yellow one, and apparently it leaves like residue on the white. It's not a big problem for this one, I think, but for the mugs, which I will be doing another time, it is going to be an issue. That's why I bought this clearish blue one because it doesn't leave like that yellowish residue. But this one, I think I'm still going to use for the coasters because, yeah, so we'll try it out. By the way, this is such a great tool if you use a lot of tape. I definitely recommend it because it cuts it all up for you, so you don't have to worry about it. It cuts them all equally into like these sizes. Now I'm just adding this with this on top. The heat press is ready. I'm not completely ready, but we have our first one done. Okay, now let's head over to the heat press. And here's the butcher paper, and we're gonna go ahead and do this for 60 seconds. Okay, so it is done. It looks so cool! Oh my god! Well, you didn't see it yet, but I like peeked. I'm gonna reveal it and let's see what it looks like. So of course, remember the print was faded looking like this, but once you put it onto the material itself and heat press it, that's why it's a special sublimation ink, right? It should go into the product, in this case the coaster. Aw, look at it! It's so cute! And there you go. There's Coaster.